were here, we were just chatting with the guys, and they were telling us how these fall constantly.
Yeah.
And they were explaining that, you know, you can jump, you can try to do this and that, but it's not shaking anything at all. Like,
No.
it's so sturdy.
Here, I'll show you. Watch. Hey, watch this way. Oh. Thank God I'm not with my dress shoes because that really hurts. But yeah, there's no explanation for why they're getting knocked over. And this one, I just want to give a little story. He's been here for now 2 years. Somebody sent this to me as a gift. And he's been knocked over 4 times in 2 years. These guys, countless times they've been knocked over.
This Beetlejuice, one of these was the one that knocked over, but you could see that it was like hesitating and then plopped forward. But it fell 10 seconds within him telling us that it falls, and simultaneously, like a domino effect, that's when the speakers started going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was crazy.
Wait,
there's no explanation
the
for
light,
what.
The light went off too, didn't it?
Yep.
Flash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Something happened with the light.
It's
It was
crazy.
just all like boom, boom, boom.
Right. I remember that night. That's right. You remember? So you do this,
Yes.
then the speaker, and then the light flared. Going, what do you mean? So then we watched the footage, and everything happened as you said. Stuff happens in the house, and it's not directly related to anything that happened down the street, but more in connection to those that come in. So, for instance, when you come in and I'm here, the people that are around each and every one of you jump off in this environment and start manifesting because it has such elevated electric.
Yeah, so does it have to do with what was on Ghost Adventures? They talked about this whole area. Do you think it has to do
Ghost
with that
Hunters, Ghost
specifically?
Adventures.
That's right,
Ghost
Ghost Adventures, my Ghost Story Paranormal Witness, Haunted History, and Ghost Adventures Aftershocks. And of course at TMZ, Extra, Larry King Live,
Told you
CBS
guys.
News. It's been on a lot of places. But as I said, no matter what you see on television, they're taking a slice of the occurrences here in the house and exploring them for their gain, for dramatic effect. The truth of the matter is the house has got a geomagnetic anomaly that it sits on. So as I said, had the murders not taken place down the street, this house would still be crazy. And I definitely think that what you were looking here that night and all that activity, which I've never ever seen ever occur. I mean, yes, the figurines getting knocked over is one thing.
Right.
But the light that we saw flashing here when this was turned off, the sound from the speakers that we heard, there's no explanation for those occurrences, all in connection at one time. I've never heard the speakers, I've never seen the light flash in here. This has happened a lot, but the point is it was directly related to somebody that was around here. That's just their way of like saying, hey, you can't hear us, but if I do this, you can see that we're giving you an interaction that's letting you know they're here. And I don't mean to use that term, they're here like from Poltergeist, but it's in a good way. It's like them saying, hey, it's okay, Christine, your grandmother's here. She just wants you to let you know that she's around you. Also, when you're looking at the video footage, I just saw something literally just flash right by that way. So yeah, you've got some spirits around you right now. Right now I just saw something just literally flash right by, and it's light and I never see stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So what I was going to say was that if you're watching the video footage, you might hear audio of somebody's voice speaking. And it might be somebody that you're familiar with, is what I'm being told. So don't be surprised. It happens all the time with people talking, and you'll hear a voice literally on top of what I'm saying, or like just in the background, but it's neither yours voice, nor your voice, nor my voice.
Right.
And it's like,
What was that?
did you just hear that?
Yes, I did. What the fuck was that?
The television is turned off. The windows are all closed. The dogs and the cats are all downstairs in their bedroom. And there's no other human being in this house.
Did you hear that?
He said, hey. And it was a guy's voice.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was a guy's voice. What time is it? It's 10 minutes to 7.
I have goosebumps.
Yeah, I got him running up and down my spine. 10 minutes to 7. We're going to go downstairs and we're going to look at the whatchamacallit. We're going to listen to the footage, the closed-circuit television cameras, to see what we picked up maybe on that camera or one of these cameras. But I definitely heard him say, hey, and it came from over there.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
And I'm telling you this, we're not alone. We're going to go downstairs and obviously go take a look at the footage of that. But yeah, that's very random.
Whew, exciting stuff, you guys.
Yeah, I guess they know you're here.
So when we walk in the front door, we're literally at the top level, because remember I said that there's 3 levels. So there's the spiral staircase that we're talking about. This is the middle level out of the 3 levels of David's house.
Let's go to my office. Take a look at that.
What the fuck?
What?
Den. First floor den, because that's where we were when we heard the voice. Let's go for those
How
two.
many cameras do you have?
20.
20 cameras.
Gotta be ready.
Yeah, exactly. Better safe than sorry. So this is us.
Uh-huh.
This is us in the den. From the theater room, when you guys were down in there, and listen.
We did
Bring
not
back
hear that
memories?
live.
No, you didn't hear that. Now I'm going to show you the actual video. You are there. There's Tim and Did you see that shoot up on the side of the frame?
Yeah.
That I've never saw.
They were,
There, right there.
yeah.
Look at that. Shoots right up there.
And those, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Hello.
You still recording?
In my bedroom. And those, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Hello.
You still
In
recording?
my bedroom. Hello.
You still recording?
In my bedroom. Hello.
You still recording?
In my bedroom.
It says hello, why something, and then because Tim talks over him, in my bedroom. Are you in like, hello, why are you in my bedroom?
Yep.
Christine's talking.
Yeah, guys, I screamed like I never screamed before.
Yeah, I had to turn the volume down and adjust on that.
Now, later on in the clip, you're gonna see something manifest right here and shoot up.
That is weird. I feel my goosebumps. Feel my damn goosebumps. You feel my That is weird. I feel my goosebumps. Feel my damn goosebumps. You feel my
We're going down to the lowest level of the house where it all happened. Every single time, I swear, I come in this room, there's just
An energy.
a different feel to the air. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is.
I just immediately, it changes.
I was here a couple of days ago and it was during the day and it was just really spiky hot. And today it's kind of like, it's definitely different energy today. So I just, well, I hate to say it, we have to find out if it's operating, meaning we should touch it, but
Right.
for argument's sake, I'm gonna let it alone. If it plays, it's playing on its own accord. Meaning I haven't touched it and it's not triggered or anything, so let's just leave that. Why don't I show you guys the earthen ballroom?
Oh, I saw that clip of the wine bottle coming off.
This is the one.
Here.
You can come over here and you can see for yourself. That's me.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Like I said, you can see that the kid was sitting here, was literally standing here, and I'm bouncing up and down, and those wine bottles aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
He could have stood here and done this. Nothing happened. Now, if you go way over here, you can do this. The wine bottles make a lot of sound, but and the wine rack moves, but the bottles of wine do not come out. This is also the place where the other guy, the kid's friend, was in here and he was sitting down right there, and we recorded the voice of the guy saying, sit down, mister.
Really? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, go to the youtube.com/David Oman and you'll see that one. It's up there. Oh, I don't know about you two, before and my head was like spinning.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm just saying, just coming out of that room is just like, it just feels like.
Pressure.
Do you feel anything?
I feel cold. Like I have goosebumps right now.
I got that too, but I'm saying like in your head at all. Do you feel anything at all?
Well, I'm trying not to talk about it, but I feel kind of nauseous, but...
Yeah, but nothing in your head at all, like, just like somebody like pushing right in your temple areas, like this, just squeezing?
No.
Because literally, when we came through that threshold, it was just like, batter up! And my head was the baseball. I mean, it was as clear as a bell. And usually when you go into that room, it's like, boom. I've never had it in reverse. Where I came from that room, it was one way. And then to here, it was like just pressure, like, wow.
There's got to be some sort of energy right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, there is. My back's got, like, again, it's like up and down my spine. And on my arm, right as you're showing your arm, yeah, look at my arm. Look at the hairs are sticking straight the fuck up. Yeah, you want to take a video? Take some video of that. Look at the, not too close, but yeah, the hairs on my arms are just, and it's like, no, now as I said that, the hairs on my other arm are starting to stand straight up as well.
oh my God.
It's intense. I don't know who's here.
I just want to say right now, I heard something, so I'm going to play this back later.
You just heard something?
A noise. I think that might have been the dogs right above us that are bouncing around, but I don't want to take that away from what you might have heard that you might find. So here, let's go into the guest bedroom where the obtrusive spirit happens to hang.
Okay, so this is the guest bedroom, right? Literally, we had the four of us. So it was Shannon, Tim, Chris, and I, of course. I was sitting on this corner, Chris here, and the other couple on the opposite
He
end.
says, I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, that happens. The hot and cold water turn on right in front of her. She left the house and stayed the next 5 hours in the backseat of her car. On all 3 floors, we've had that exact same incident take place. I think it's a question.
My arm's getting really cold. I feel it.
Because they're walking, somebody's brushing up
Specifically
against
right
one.
here. No,
Yeah,
it's like right
somebody's
here.
brushing up against you right now. You have somebody that's around you.
Yeah.
No.
Your
Now
grandfather.
it's all...
What do I hear? Your grandfather? Yeah, your arm. You can see that your arms are actually getting all spiky, but the hairs are standing on end. They're coming straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. You can't usually do that. Somebody around you. I keep on hearing your grandfather.
Could it be my dad?
Why don't you ask a question and see if you get a response on your.
Is there anyone here with us? There is. I have a device here. You can talk into it.
Christine, just ask if it's your father.
Who's there? Who's with us? Do I know you? Is there anything you want to tell me?
Can you give us a sign of your presence?
I'm getting right down my spine. I can feel like an ice cube going up and down my spine really slowly.
I can feel it on my face.
Yeah, I told you, somebody's present right now. You're asking for a sign just now about your
Yeah.
father, and well, I got news for you. I think that you're getting the sign you want, whether you like it or not. It's a sign. When you review this footage and you review the audio on this that you recorded, don't be surprised if somebody's voice happens to be there.
I'll leave all of the links to all the videos that David's mentioning down below in the description also, but I guess we're going to take a look at...
Yeah, the video footage of the earth and wall room, yeah.
That's Lilia. Okay,
yes.
so Lilia, the medium, was sitting here. I grabbed her after the piano went off because I just felt so comfortable with her. So we were literally sitting down here
That's right.
in the dark, and I'm like snuggling up to her, and we're still trying to listen because you guys are still in there like trying to talk to whatever, and she stares in that direction over there, and she's telling me quietly, look over there, do you see something over there? And I'm like, no. And this light is kind of shining through barely, but it's still pitch black in here, and she says, I see eyes looking at us right now. I'm trying to keep calm inside, but I'm just like, okay, Chris, come on, let's go.
You can't escape it. There's really nothing that's inevitable like that.
I think I just heard a voice.
Really? What did you hear?
Like a woman's voice.
Little girl, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Gwen, sweetheart.
I'm gonna play it back.
While sitting there, you can see why she's desperate.
Hey, did someone move that block over? Look at the ghost.
She's being very flippant and fun. Now look at this. I'm going to see it done. Let me show you again. Now watch the blind rat. Alright, what I'm about to share with you now is a video that was shot here last September on the 29th of September 2015. Sony Pictures and Paramount Pictures rented the house out to do the Poltergeist DVD Blu-ray release. And my friend Jimmy Oster was here after everybody had left the house, and he recorded some interesting phenomena. Take a listen to this.
Always had some very weird, creepy experiences. I've always had some very weird, creepy experiences. I've always had some very weird, creepy experiences.
There was nobody here that night after 1 o'clock when this was being recorded. That was a female that was under the age of 21. There was no one here. It was just myself, Jimmy Oster, his cameraman, and his friend, and that was it. We were all men.
Has a medium or someone mentioned how old she could possibly be? Because to me she sounds about what?
That's young.
Yeah.
It's probably
10.
about 6 to 7 years old
You
is
think
what
so?
we've thought.
Oh, really?
And yeah, as a matter of fact, he also, in the beginning of the video, you can actually hear the sound of Gwendolyn giggling. Again, that was great.
Yeah.
What a great night tonight. You saw it. I mean, it's all about those people that are around you. I do believe that your father is around you. Obviously, he's around you. It was like I almost got kicked in the head right there. I felt like one, like, what the hell's the matter with you? Of course I'm around her.
Really?
She's my daughter. Yeah, really. I know you're uncomfortable about hearing that, but you know that.
Yeah.
Whether you admit it or not, and whether you admit it to yourself or to others, is another story. But as far as I feel, yeah, of course, I keep on hearing, what are you, crazy? I'm not around my daughter? She's my daughter. I care about her. I might not be there in flesh, but I am in spirit around her at all times. You just don't want to accept it, is what I keep on hearing. He's visited you in your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
He's been around you at times when you've been in your inconsolable moments. He says you can lean on me, and you have in the past. He says you just don't have the belief that it's real.
Yeah.
And he says, what is it going to take for you to accept that I am there? He says, I'm there more for you. He says, I'm more there for you now than I was when I was alive. Very funny. He goes, who else am I going to haunt? And he just said, he goes, your mother? He
Stop.
shakes his head laughing.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm closing my eyes because he says, shut your eyes and let me talk to you.
It makes a lot of sense.
No, it does.
he goes, I'd love to haunt your mother. He goes, I can't. And he goes, and I used he goes, he's not haunting you, he says. He goes, what I said was, he said exactly that. He goes, what I said about the reference to her mother is true. Why would I haunt her? I'd waste my time with that. And he goes, but that's not to say that he's haunting you. He says, no. He goes, I'm her guardian angel. I'm her protector. And he says, know time and time again, he tries to communicate with you and reach out to you. He goes, but he goes, wow. He says there are moments when he's able to penetrate the veil and you're able to see it, but because you put up the block, he goes, you cut it off. He goes, he's so close to making connections to let you know you're there. It's almost like he's able to touch you. And you go, nope, that can't be. It's not, and you just dismiss it. He goes, if you would stop for a second and allow yourself to go with it. He goes, it hurts no one. You don't have to tell. He goes, you don't have to tell anybody anything. Stop feeling like you have to look for somebody else to gain insight into this. He says, every time you put doubt in when I'm there, and you go, oh my God, I'm freaked out, oh my God, I'm scared. He goes, you're just shutting me off. He goes, you're just cutting me off like a gosh darn, like a light switch. He said, you flip the light switch, just, there goes the energy, it just cuts it right off. He goes, and you do that. And he says, you're knowingly doing this. So he doesn't understand, on one hand, while you're knowingly cutting him off, But you're seeking other people that are external from yourself and from him, and asking them questions and trying to get insight into what's going on with him. Because in the whole gosh darn time he's been there, since the day he passed. What happened 6 years ago? He said 6 years, something about 6 years ago.
When did they move?
They moved out of
2010, he said.
That's when we moved.
That's when we left.
Yeah.
We left LA. Or we left up north where our home was.
He says like this. He says this was left and this was gone. He says like a rift. He said it affected you the worst, he said. He goes, you were the most affected by the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and that's why he feels so bad about his departure, and he had nothing. He says, nothing I could do about it. He goes, the one who was the most affected was her.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and that's why I'm always around her, because I feel she needs that you really missed him so much, and that you were so devastated, and so just wrought. And he knew. He says, He says, I love her. He goes, she was the one that I always felt like wanted me there more than anything. The others. He goes, I just heard that, yeah. He goes, that's why I'm here, because she wanted me there. Mm-hmm. And she wants me around her. And you're always consulting him and asking for his advice, he says. He says he hears it. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know how to answer you, but he tries in certain ways, like through dreams. And through, he says, he speaks to you. He goes, he says, take that piece of paper and do this. And he said, tell her. He goes, every gosh darn time you keep on coming up with that gosh darn, he goes, stop it. He goes, you're blocking the advice that I'm giving you. You're asking me for the advice and I'm giving it to you, and you're not letting me give you the advice because you're doubting. He goes, allow me to be there with you and to communicate with you and to let me give you the advice you keep on asking me for. He goes, it pisses him off that you kind of like, you want answers, but you're not going to listen. So what's the point of talking, he says. You keep on shutting him off.
Somebody was there with us. Somebody that we can't see is pushing the buttons in front of our eyes.
And I back up. I'm like, man, whatever this is, it's right next to me.
Hello darlings, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a story time video of a paranormal experience that I had that actually convinced me that there is some sort of life after death. And I've never been the type of person to seek out experiences. I never asked for any of these types of things to happen. So for those of you who are really intrigued by the paranormal world and really want to experience certain things, once you do experience something, you're gonna wish that you hadn't.